I've slept with white girls, black girls, Spanish girls. There's no difference. None of them enjoyed it.
Good morning. Welcome back. It is the 16th of July, I think it is. And we're in South Africa, Johannesburg, Gauteng. And you won't believe what I looted. Yeah, it's a high-performance air filter, some Puig shorty levers, and some titanium bolts to replace those god-awful Hepco and Becker galvanized bolts. Yeah. No, I didn't actually loot. Yeah, you probably saw all the videos of the locals going absolutely crazy, you know, carrying a fridge on their head, dead people being found buried under alcohol they tried to steal. It's actually kind of hilarious. In a dark humor sort of way. It's not funny that they died. It's fucking funny, actually. Alcoholics Anonymous. I lost a friend to alcohol. What? Cirrhosis of the liver? No. Fucking crate fell out. And this is what we're replacing. This is the standard bolt that came with the Hepco and Becker. Alright, just a normal galvanized bolt, normal galvanized washer, and we are replacing it with the titanium, nice flared nuts, stainless steel washer. For those of you who are wondering, this is an M10 by 110, thread pitch 1.25. Love it. Titanium, light as anything, looks beautiful, and a lot easier to remove. Beautiful, right? Worthwhile. Hey, Hepco and Becker, didn't cost that much. Right, now let's get to the Puig. Puig, okay. Why did I go for these? Simple. Because the AliExpress and eBay buyers, their levers don't fit the new Tiger, even though they state it is. Just look in the comments if you're ever buying those. You'll notice that the brake lever basically doesn't make contact with the brake switch, so your brake is constantly on. Complete hazard, okay? Puig, unfortunately, comes in two spare parts, all right? So you've got the adapter that goes onto the bike, and then you've got the lever. All right. To those asking, why would you put those on? All right. I was always a fan of two-finger levers because A, nice and easy, you know, and when you push down, the rest doesn't ram into your other fingers, okay? But, okay, there's also the whole, if it's shorter, you drop the bike, it won't, you know, smash off, etc. But that's why you've got blockbusters. So if you got these, it's not necessary to go short levers. Plus, if you spend a lot of time off-road and you get tired, and I'm talking heavy technical stuff, all right? Not something the normal person would do. If you get tired, instead of gripping here, you grip all the way here, because that will give you more force, pulling power. You know, physics 101, end of the lever. So this is a nice to have. I don't know if it'll work. We'll see. To install these, it'll be relatively easy, as far as I know. Yeah, okay. You know what? Let's do the brake one, because the clutch, you have to loosen the cable. So let's do that. And for comparison, the OEM versus the new Puig. See, this is where the Chinese guys fuck it up. This is usually too far away from the actual switch. Okay, fit and finish. Look, I can't really tell. Yeah, okay, laser etching, anodizing looks good, but other than that, okay, you pay for the name brand, right? Other than that, it does come with all extras. Not bad. Right, so I'm going to fit this, and obviously when you are doing your levers, clean up and add some waterproof grease to it. Waterproof grease to keep the dirt out, and if you're using a pressure washer, the grease will stay in there and keep lubricating your lever. I've seen levers that were never lubricated, and after 30,000 the bushing inside is actually oval. So this is just regular maintenance, you know. Don't stick it in dry. And there we go. Oh, the black edition is coming along nicely. Very easy. And range of motion. Fantastic. I actually like this. It's well thought out. Well, Ford lever. Also, remember guys, you are replacing this nylock or nut. Well, you know what I mean. The nuts with the blue rings. Once you loosen it, it loses its effectiveness, so you have to apply thread locker, or they're not very expensive. Just get a new one and put that on. Okay? The last thing you want is bits and pieces falling off. Okay, next side. Okay, here it gets a little bit more complicated. We need to get to, focus you fuck, there you go, to that nut. So, in order to do that, gotta loosen the stalk, tilt it upwards so we can get to it. Yuck, okay. A little bit dirty. Okay, before I forget, gentlemen, if you're doing this job or changing levers, great idea to also lube your clutch cable. And you do that, you take a little plastic bag, put that whole thing in, put 10W50 or whatever oil through it, zip it up and down, you know, just micro penis yourself, and that'll lube the clutch cable as well, make life easier. Now, coming to the Puig clutch, looks decent, but they did skimp a little bit. You see this little bearing? It's a semi-sealed bearing, meaning dust and water ingress a possibility. So, remember what I said about the waterproof grease? Smear some on that. And of course, when you install these, make sure they are at the 0 position. What grease? Well, I'm using this, Sapphire Aqua. If it works in an industrial application, it'll work here. So let's put this together, lube it up, and let's go. Hey, voila. I think I over-tightened it a little bit. Yeah, over-tightened the screw a little. Gotta loosen it a little. There's a bit too much resistance, regardless. So, then you tighten it, and gentlemen, remember clutch cable? If you can play dueling banjos on it, it's too tight, alright? There should be at least a little bit of slack here. Because if you're just resting your fingers and the weight slowly engages the clutch, well, you're gonna burn it out. Also, while you're down here, inspect for any wear. If you want to be pedantic, lift this up, put a bit of grease down, put the cap back on. There we go. Okay, so that's Puig levers install. Straightforward. You really just have to, do be careful when you maneuver the levers out. There is this plastic pin which I don't know what it does, okay? There's just this plastic rod. So just push that back, then slide the lever over it, and you'll be okay. And of course, you know, new nut lock, please. So that's that. Extremely easy to install. I would give this an idiot rating of 9.5 Urkels. Was he? No, he's not an idiot. He got paid for what he did. I'll give this 2.5 looters out of 6 million. And of course I forgot something. This bloody bushing needs to be reused. So I gotta undo everything. Learn from my mistakes. That's taken enough already. The air filter will be fitted at a later stage. Plus, I'm going to design a pre-filter. So watch out for that one.